Close your eyes, 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 eyes. Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading we're going to be looking at your energy for the week ahead. We have two options here to choose from, option 1 and option 2. Now you can pause the video, choose a pile, let's get to it. Hello option 1, for those of you who selected the first pile, here's your reading. So we're going to look at the first card. This is from the Davids of Creation. Okay, so we have here winter. Card number 53, reducing to 8. And it's giving me the vibes of an abundance of information downloads. Like with winter, some of you might have experienced a cold or had a cold, recovering from a cold, or are about to develop a cold. But it's a period of rest. It's necessary for you at this stage. I've just recovered from a cold, and in that time, in that period, it allowed me to reflect on my journey, where I'm at and where I want to be. I asked myself the valuable questions. Am I happy with the direction of my life? What do I need to focus on once I've recovered? And you too may be going through the same thing this week. This is a week of contemplation. This is a week of not overdoing things or working yourself to the bone, working yourself too hard, right? It's all about being able to put enough effort in and then taking a step back to rest, right? To rejuvenate. Now, for those of you who are not well, right, you really should use the time to actually see the positives in this period of stillness, in this period of recovery, maybe looking into your diet, looking into certain lifestyle changes, right? This is a really good time for you to connect with spirit, connect with your ancestors and guides, right? Because you're in a state of like calm, where you're not going to be fighting against receiving the messages. You're going to be more open, more receptive, right? It's almost, with this card, it looks like the soul traveling up, like the soul is just being released. And with winter, we always associate it with death. So there is a transformative element as well with this card. But there is a beauty with death, because with death there is rebirth. Now, we're not saying that you're going to die, right? We're not saying that. What we're saying is there's a change occurring, right? There's a transition occurring. And at the end of that transition, there's going to be beautiful and amazing insights or positivity coming your way. Because within that time, when you were at rest, it allowed you to be open to receiving inspiration, ideas, or guidance from spirit, right? So it's to embrace that. It's also to not overwork yourself. I'm stressing that. Don't overwork yourself. We have a lot of white and blues here, right? So this is calling for honesty as well. Being honest with yourself, honest in how you speak to yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you think, but also how you communicate with others. It is very important to be truthful, right? Stepping into that energy, because with 8, that's all about abundance, but also an even and balanced flow of energy. So you're going to be incredibly receptive this week when it comes to connecting with your guides as well. Let's see the other card. So we have here boundaries, card number 14. Set them daily. And this is from the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. Now, it's like you're going to figure out with this key here, you're going to be figuring out what you need to do, right, on this journey, or what you need to do to overcome a situation in your life, because we have the sun in the back, so it's overcoming any obstacle. This period of rest is going to allow you to figure out what you need to do, whether it be with work, with family, with health. It's just you're going to get that I'm hearing key of inspiration, that bright idea, but you're going to be getting the solution right? The solution to a problem where you're going to be able to apply it to your life, right? It's that aha moment. For some of you, you're actually going to have visions. This is going to come to you as a vision, a dream, right? Yeah, altered states of reality I'm hearing. Because of course, when with this last cold, I actually felt like out of my body. I felt detached. I felt like this is the self and this is like a light body. And it was not combined. It was just slightly off. Slightly off. And I was able to connect deeper with spirit. Much, much more deeper than I did before. I was in my body, but not in my body. Half in, half out. It was very odd, but I was able to receive a lot of information, a lot of guidance, a lot of downloads, a lot of messages for the collective as well, right? But you may have experienced that, or you will be. And it's actually, with this energy here, it's actually an ascension, right? Because now that I've recovered, a lot of my gifts are heightened. New gifts have developed. So it was almost like a rites of passage or initiation as well. So those of you who are experiencing a cold right now, it's actually a leveling up, right? Leveling up for some, and actually an initiation, right? An ascension for others. So please do not fear. This is a big deal. So anyway, so you're going to be gaining the solution, seeing the light, receiving divine inspiration on your path, or for some of you, figuring out what you want to do, right? Figuring out what your life purpose is, or your life mission, right? Coming to the self, I'm hearing. So let's get some tarot. So I'm going to be using the shimmering veil, which is appropriate. I'm hearing some of you felt that you were visited by angels or ancestors. What's that about? The answer is yes. I just got chills. I just got chills. You were visited by angels and your ancestors, right? Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Now, that little hill there, there's an opening. And in that opening, that's giving me, it's that, it's not walkabout. Sweat lodge, right? Going into a sweat lodge. And that's where you go to heal, but also to connect with the higher self, your ancestors, and you can gain visions as well, right? That's giving me sweat lodge vibes. It's an invitation to learn more, I'm hearing. Now with the boundaries, once you've healed, or this week, you're going to be learning what you need to do in order to set healthy boundaries for yourself and for others, right? Not allowing others to abuse you. For those of you who give your energy freely, right? Whether people are taking advantage of you or you're just giving it away, helping everyone and neglecting yourself, this week is going to allow you to see exactly what you were doing, right? See what you're doing and how you are dishonoring yourself, and allowing you to now have the courage to set healthy boundaries. And when you do set the healthy boundaries, you're going to see a major change, a major shift in your situation. How people treat you, right? How people respond to when you say no, if that's one of your problems, right? Or if when you express to them that you're going to be focusing on yourself, right? I'll do it later. I'm not going to be doing it now. I'm not going to jump and help you now because I'm doing me. When you set those type of boundaries. and being unapologetic about it. Okay, so we have here the Page of Clouds, the Page of Swords. We have here the Warrior of Pentacles, right? Or the Warrior of Earth. So that's the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that, Warrior of Waters. So the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. And in the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Cups, right? So it's definitely telling me, and I'm getting goosebumps, really getting goosebumps here. This week you're going to be seeing a situation for what it is. You're going to be receiving clarity. For some of you, it's an out-of-body experience where you're going to be seeing your situation for what it is, what you need to do, right? And how it will affect you, right? Now, when it comes to the Warrior of Cups, the Knight of Cups, it's giving me the vibes of how much energy you put out, how much energy you give to others, right? It's a very compassionate energy, but it's saying to give some of that back to yourself, knowing when to ground your energy and to focus on yourself and when to focus on others. So this is going to be a nice healthy dance here with the Warrior of Earth, right? The Knight of Pentacles, where you're going to be learning to assess a situation before you dive in and help or give of your energy. This is giving me the energy of whatever you are doing this week, you're going to be making sure, right? You're going to be making sure that you're not overextending yourself or rushing in too quickly, right? Without thinking things through, right? Because here with the Warrior of Earth, it's all about doing things slowly, right? Developing slowly. So it's taking your time to tap into this energy. It's also giving me, if you are unwell, it's going to take a while to recover, but don't fear. Embrace it. Embrace this time, right? To recover slowly, to nurture yourself. This is actually calling for you to look after yourself with the Warrior of Water, right? Really looking after yourself, making sure that you're getting a lot of rest, lots of fluid, right? Not letting your imagination run away with you. And to always try to remain grounded, because it is giving me the energy of out-of-body experience, floating around and not knowing how to come back in. You can actually get lost, right? So it's telling me for you to practice grounding yourself. So even listening to, right, meditation music to help ground your energy. I'm hearing drumming. Right? Listening to drumming where it will help you to ground your energy, right? This is also telling me for you to eat vegetables that grow in the earth, right? Really eating a lot of that, drinking a lot of fluids at this time, water, even lemon teas. So fresh lemon, slice it, put it in some hot water, right? Honey as well in that tea. Yeah, I'm really running with the scenario of recovery or being under the weather, and how to heal, how to actually not rush the process of healing, but to actually embrace it, because nothing is going to happen to you. Nothing dire is going to happen to you. It's just more your body needing to become more grounded, more balanced, right? And for your soul to get that rest, to detach and to get that rest and to connect with the source so that you can receive the guidance on what you need to do next. Definitely self-care vibes, but also for others, it's just how much energy you're putting out, you're giving to others this week, learning how to not jump the gun and just give freely. Assessing a situation for what it is. With the page of air, assessing a situation before you give. Right? Give your energy, give your support, right? Because it can be draining. I want to clarify. Page of Pentacles, page of air. I want to clarify. Let's see, page of air. Look, 5 of Swords. Yeah, you have to see who is wanting to take advantage of you or not. It's like how much. It's definitely telling me that there's some people out there who knows that you are a soft touch and they want to take advantage of you. Right? And it's saying you got to stand your ground on this one. It's not about being coming off as being mean, selfish, whatever. It's not that. It's okay to be selfish every now and then to look after yourself. Warrior of Earth. Yeah, look at that. 6 of Pentacles. How much you're giving and receiving here, right? It's discerning what you need to get involved in and what you don't need to get involved in, what you need to put your energy in and what you don't need to put your energy in. It's discerning at that point, because not everyone has your best interests at heart. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, right? And with the page of air, it's telling you to observe, be observant at this time. It's like a period of even stepping back. With the Winter card, stepping back, pulling back your energy, setting the boundaries so that you can discern who needs your help, who you should help, who you have the time and energy to help, and who can actually look after themselves. It's giving me that vibe, that energy. Okay, Warrior of Water. Knight of Cups. Okay, Tower, it flipped upside down, right? So I'm not going to read it. I don't read reversals. However, this is like not wanting to look selfish or look like the bad guy, right? We have at the bottom of the deck the Page of Cups. So that's like the friendly card. I'm a nice person. I'm very sweet. Now, not wanting to look like the bad guy, not wanting to create any type of issues or upset. But what this is saying is, should I feel terribly internally because I don't stand up for myself, or should I face the music? Should I stand up for myself? And it might upset a few people, but I'm being true to myself. I'm actually looking after myself. If you have people around you that is in this energy, right? 5 of Swords and the Tower. If they're in that energy where they want to take from you, they want to take, don't even give 2 hoots about you. And when you finally say no, it's like they have kittens. They're absolutely going crazy, losing their minds, right? They're not your friends. They're not people that you should be around, right? And if you can't help it but be around them, pulling back your energy, they definitely don't need to be getting your energy at all. Right? So it's definitely saying that once you do tap into this energy, people might not like it where you start saying no, where you start setting healthy boundaries, but you have to, because a part of it as well, this whole cold energy, for those of you who are under the weather, that could be it. You're giving your energy so much to people to the point where you are depleted of energy for yourself, and you're more susceptible to catching colds. Immune system drops, and then now you're under the weather, having to take the time to recover. And the key thing here that you need to look at is, when you're under the weather, are they able to look after themselves? Now, mind you, if you have children, it's a different story. Young children, it's a different story. But these people who are on you, sucking you dry, Are they able to look after themselves once you're in recovery? Because 9 out of 10 times they're fine. So that's your clue. You don't need to be holding people's hands and dragging them along, trying to carry them along, right? If they need help and they come to you, discern if it is something that is worth your time and energy, right? So if you are not under the weather, this is something that you need to follow, so that you don't end up under the weather with people, again, sucking you dry like a vampire. I have experienced that so much, right? So it's very important to definitely focus on the self. Feed your own soul. Be selfish every now and then, right? It's being taken for granted, because you're such a lovely soul with the King of Cups. You're such a lovely soul. They take, and there's no type of gratitude. It's awful. It's draining. And it's saying you set the healthy boundaries. Because it's a situation where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It's not a win-win situation, because if you're still giving of yourself to people, right? They're not appreciative of it. They might still get upset with you. But if you end up saying no, they're still going to get upset anyway. Okay, let's see what else comes through. So we have here houses, 8th house, right? Death, rebirth, money, right? So we have personal power, boom. The mysteries of life, a major change. Isn't that interesting? This is what it's called for. The house of transformation. So it's almost like being in this energy is like a complete wake-up call. A wake-up call for you to, it's going to allow you to actually question your life, elements, things that's going on in your life, where you see yourself, right? It's going to allow you to finally stand up for yourself, but more importantly, sticking to it. A major change, knowing that a change needs to happen because you're not being fulfilled here, right? Let's see if there's one more. Okay, we got planet. Mars taking action. Look at that. Energize, comfort, force yourself too. So for some of you, you may be reluctant, especially with the Knight of Cups energy here, and the bottom of that deck, the Page of Cups, because you're very sweet, very compassionate, loving. It's going to be hard for you to step into this energy of actually saying no, of actually putting up boundaries. But they're saying that it is important. With Mars, it's like action is required here. Action is required, and you will actually feel empowered. You're going to feel like energized, because that energy that you're putting out and giving people, you're keeping it within. You're giving it to yourself. So it's a new leaf that you're turning here. It's like this should be effective immediately. I feel like taking one more. We have the 5th house. So it says, with the trust of a child, fun, romance, make it art, do it dramatically. Right. It will appear like just something that's out of the blue. Like, what the hell? What happened to you? Are you all right? That's what people will be wondering. However, it's saying just go for it. We're getting full energy here, where you're just having faith. You're just going for it, making that change, right? You're just not giving two hoots, unapologetic about this change, unapologetic about the fact that you're looking after yourself. You're focusing on you right now, right? For some of you, your family, divine channel. it says divine channel. So definitely some of you will be connecting with source, the universe, ancestors and guides during this period of rest. We have 42 reducing to 7, yeah, the number of source. So it says here, you are a divine channel. You work with your angels and guides to deliver messages that assist others on their spiritual path. Beautiful. So this is also telling me that a lot of spiritual folk have been coming down with the cold. And again, like I said earlier, it's a form of ascension, a leveling up, right? So your powers are getting stronger, so you can apply it to your work. That's beautiful for some of y'all, right? So this is not everyone. This is if you do spiritual work, right? Professionally, etc. That's your thing. But for others, definitely tapping into this energy and not being abused, right? Not allowing yourself to be abused. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the second pile, here's your reading. So we're going to look at this card. It's from the Devas of Creation. Let's see your energy. Okay, so we have here the Moon. Card number 43, reducing to 7. So we got spirit energy here with the number 7. We have the moon, and it's like changing. It's like changing phase. There's movement here, but this is giving me mood swings. That's what I'm hearing, mood swings. But it's embracing it. This is a week of either you being moody or there's people around you. It's going to be moody, right? And moody not necessarily meaning the negative aspects of our emotions. It can be mood changes from happiness to sadness, right? So that could be you or those around you, right? But this is giving me also the energy of needing to really take a deep dive in. So like the first pile, contemplation, but this is different. This is actually, it feels like being pulled in that direction, being lured, or it's like a magnetic pull inwards. It's also giving me the energy of asking yourself those valuable questions. Again, where am I comfortable on the path I'm currently on? Am I comfortable in this relationship? Where do I see myself in the next year, 2 years, 6 months, what have you? It's asking yourself those valuable questions. We're in a new season of rebirth. So this is also a very reflective time. For some of you, I'm seeing that you're packing away your winter attire and you're now bringing out your spring attire, right? We know that the weather has been absolutely crap. It's like winter does not want to leave. Winter does not want to leave, but I do have another theory where it's actually not as natural as we think, right? Human beings have the capacity to interfere with Mother Nature, and I'll just leave it at that. This is interesting. I just noticed this. This half of the moon looks like a face. It's almost like that's how you're going to receive clarity. There's some questions, there's I'm hearing clouded judgment, but there's some things, some valuable questions that you want the answers to, and you're just not getting it. You try meditating, you try writing it down in your journals, you try everything, and you're just not getting it, right? Because it wasn't the right time. This week is the right time to now go inwards and truly surrender and let go, and you're going to receive the guidance. That's what I'm hearing. You're going to see things clearly this week. I'm hearing to not be afraid to call on spirit and ask the questions that you ask yourself. Ask it in that same way. Don't tap dance around it. Don't switch it up. Don't be vague. Don't be vague. Be specific, right? So an example would be, let's say I wanted to know about relationship. it's not, am I going to meet anyone soon? And knowing that I have someone in mind that I'm interested in, it would be, well, Spirit is such and such interested in me. Point blank. Not tap dancing around the whole thing and being vague. It's specific. Asking specific questions and receiving, right, clear answers. It's the right time. Okay, let's see the other card. We have here transformation card number 31. This is from the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. So we have transformation, light and dark. Wow. Same thing. Look at the cloaked self. So the shadow self, light self, the cloaked self, the more exposed self, being open to spirit. So it's also giving me the energy that some of you are going to be more responsive to connecting with your guides, source, and the ancestors. Right, you're going to be more receptive. We have here 31 reducing to 4. So that's all about, again, stability, balance. And it's also with 4, I'm feeling an openness. Yeah, there's a slight surrender vibes, like, okay, I come as I am. What we need to remember is when you're interacting with spirit, it's like come as you are. Spirit sees through you. You cannot lie. You're transparent. So spirit knows what you're going to ask before you even ask it, but it's how you ask it. The idea is intention, and I keep stressing that. Intention. It has to be from the heart. You have to feel it within. Believe it. Whatever you're asking, whatever you want, whatever, you have to feel it and believe it in order for them, to respond in the way that I'm not going to say they're going to give you what you want, because it's if it serves you. However, they will respond to you. You will have an answer or clarity. But the intention has to be there. So the way how we interact with each other day to day in this realm, people lie all the time. It is ridiculous, right? Pretending that everything is all good. And deep down, it's not. The truth is within. And that's how Source sees us. That's how Spirit sees us. Spirit sees the truth within. But what Spirit wants is for us to admit it. This is beautiful. That is beautiful. It's incredibly fascinating. It's like, do you believe what you are saying, or say what you mean and mean what you say? That's y'all. Okay, let's get some tarot. Okay, I'm using the shimmering veil. Some of you, you're going to have an incredible experience with spirit this week, and it's going to, you're going to be devoted to spirit. You're going to be devoted. We have here transformation. It's like giving a sign, and it's like, holy snap, this is real. There's a video that I'm going to record right after this one, and I hope to put it up, put it on YouTube right after I put this one up. It's about a vision that I had this morning. Absolutely amazing. Right. Okay, let's see what's going on with your week. We have light to dark. So right, so I'm also getting that for some of you, your week might start out like not so good, maybe mundane. I'm hearing mundane, and then it becomes more light and exciting at the end of the week. And for others, it's the reverse. It's very action oriented. It's just busy, a lot going on, and then it just kind of settles at the end of the week. Right? But it's saying for you to kind of roll with it. Right? Roll with the changes. Accept it for what it is. We have here the Fool. Beautiful. That's nice. Look, everything is in your hands with this, right? We have the colorful Fool here, right? It's like this week is going to be filled with the possibilities of creativity, creative inspiration. So for some of you, you're going to be getting solutions to your problems this week. This is going to be handed to you in your period of clarity or introspection, right? Contemplation. You're going to be receiving the clarity, the guidance that you need to move forward, right? The creative inspiration to produce something, right? Produce something for your business, or that bright idea to solve a problem at your workplace or your family, or how to generate more income, right? A side hustle. But it's almost like being blessed, right? Spirit is handing you this clarity, handing you this inspiration this week that is going to change your life, because we have transformation and the moon energy. So it's also that seeing a way out of a situation, finally receiving clarity out of a situation. What was hidden, what was just not shown to you, you're going to be seeing the way forward. That's what I'm hearing. And with it being multiple colors, it's like that's giving me Seven of Cups vibes. So you have options. It's like coming out of that clouded energy, the energy of obstruction, not being able to see clearly, to being able to see clearly and knowing that there's so many different ways to get to the point where you need to get to, right? To get to your outcome. Life is colorful, and the colorful is all the varying elements. Okay, wow. So we have here the Hierophant. Okay, and we have here the Five of Cups, or Five of Water. Right, so what do we have here? Bottom of the deck, Six of Air, Six of Swords. Okay, for some of you, it's a valuable lesson here on learning to let go. And I'm hearing for some of you where you've lost someone and you're holding on to that loss, it's like realizing that that loss or that death is not permanent. It's not permanent, right? It's almost like you were able to connect with your family member or friend, the person that's crossed. That's for some of you, not all of you. You're able to connect and see that they're actually okay. You might have also had a reading and you received the confirmation that they're okay. So it's allowed you to be able to now move forward with the Fool. It's like being very optimistic and being able to move forward with your life. The color also I'm picking up here with the Fool card. The color is also showing me that it answered a few of the questions that you didn't want to ask. And that is there life after death? This is for someone, by the way, right? So when you were able to connect with the loved one that passed, you also realized that it answered your question whether there was nothing or there was something beyond this, our existence and dimension, right? You realized that there was more, and you felt optimistic and hopeful about what's to come in your life. It's almost like it's allowed you to now grab life with both hands, because that fear that you had of nothingness, you receive clarity that for you receive clarity that there's more. So you've gained insight and wisdom with the Hierophant here on that. Now that's for someone, a few of you guys, right? But now you're stepping into the energy of moving out of this energy of being emotionally drained, sad, just totally worn out, to now being optimistic and wanting to move forward, wanting to live life with purpose. I'm hearing it's very natural and free flowing. It's almost like the disappointment and the loss, the emotional pain, it just does not need to last forever. That's what I'm hearing. It's just a loss that does not need, or a depression. This can also be where it's just the state of the world, right? And even at work, someone might have gotten laid off, or there's just an issue where it's just weighing you down emotionally, and now you were able to see beyond. You've actually gotten some insight, or should I say foresight, on your situation, or on the situation that's giving you optimism. It's like a new lease on life. So this is a very deep week for you guys. Very, very deep. A lot of introspection work, contemplation, and letting go, releasing, and a need to really connect with spirit here. Okay. Okay, so we have here Mercury, communication. So we have here the awareness of many thoughts about or from, and many words. So again, communicating with, again, the ancestors, an awareness that there is more. But communicating with the ancestors, with source, guides, being able to communicate your truth with others as well. That's what I'm picking up. It's like being able to express yourself freely with others. And I'm also picking up, especially with the Five of Cups, where there's some people where they say, oh, how are you feeling today? And a lot of people tend to say, I'm fine, even though they're not fine. There's things going on in their life that it's actually weighing them down heavily. What this is saying is that you don't have to be reveal all your business, but if you're not having a good day, just say, well, I'm not having a good day. Right? There's a sense of revealing that honesty. I do that. I used to do that thing where, oh, I'm fine, and in fact I'm not. So what I do now, if someone says, well, how are you doing? I'm going to tell them the truth. Not necessarily all my business, but you're asking how am I feeling? Well, then I express it. We have here speaking your truth. So there's, again, communicating on a spiritual level or with spirit, and communicating with those around you honestly and freely. Okay, we have the 7th house. Yes, relationships, partnerships. We have here diplomatically, relationships, get a fair deal. So again, all about balance. This could be about the end of a relationship or a loss of a loved one. And it's, again, just learning to adjust to the changes and releasing the loss energy. I'm hearing seeing the bright side of things, but more importantly, you were able to communicate with them. And of course, it's also screaming for, if there's no one that's passed, that in your relationships, in your partnership, there's a strong need, again, to communicate, speak honestly, be on the same page, right? Being fair as well. Being fair. And doing your communication with grace, with dignity, right? So we have the 5th house, and we have the power of love, investment, gambles, and other games, and your creation. So for business partnerships here, again, if you're wanting to create something new or take your business to another level or make a few adjustments, having clear communication and providing what you want to do, the changes that you want to create. So this is giving me the vibes of having like your facts or having a prototype of what you want to create. It's saying to make sure in your business relationships that everything is clear, crystal clear, right? Not letting your emotions run away with you. Okay, let's clarify some of the tarot. So the Fool. May I have a card for the Fool? Okay, the Fool is clarified by 3 of Wands. Yeah. It's seeing, look at that, the expanse. It's seeing that there's more to life than meets the eye, I'm hearing. There's more to life than meets the eye. It's looking at the bigger picture. We got the Hierophant confirm. Oops. We have the Hierophant clarifying the Hierophant. So this is a major life lesson here, right? Especially with the transformation card. This is like changing your lifestyle, your outlook. This is just a total 360 here. A total 360. And for those of you, again, who received connection with a deceased loved one, and now that you know that there's more to life, beyond life, it's almost like, again, this is a life-changing situation here, dynamic. Okay, Five of Cups. Clarify the Five of Cups. Okay, we have here the Page of Pentacles. Another card of, this is my taking baby steps card, right? Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's looking after yourself, setting boundaries, healthy boundaries, right? Slowly investing in change, slowly healing, slowly releasing this pain, this loss, right? Slowly realizing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, that's even what this looks like. Light at the end of the tunnel. It's seeing the bright side of the situation, right? When it comes to your creation, how to make it physical. Could be even with investments. Looking at the bigger picture here and bringing it to life. Making the necessary changes in your life, right? To bring about stability, comfort. How are you going to be making it happen? How are you going to make it tangible? It's showing me also being committed to this change, to this adjustment, to this way of being, this way of living, this knowing, becoming more spiritually inclined for some of you. Because you've seen, you were given a sign, but it's not like a sign that you can easily miss. It's an obvious one. Wow. Okay, let's get advice card. That's a beautiful week, y'all. This is massive. Okay. Advice card, please. Again. People. So we have here card number, this is the first pile received this as well. So card number 42, Divine Channel. And it says, you are a divine channel. You work with your angels and guides to deliver messages that assist others on their spiritual path. So you too are receiving messages from the divine to apply to your life. The guidance that you're receiving is meant to apply it to your life, and what the changes that you've made in your life is going to inspire others. You're even going to be able to share your story, right? So when I say that, for some of you, it's a grander scale. If this is the type of work that you choose to do, if you want to do this work, then you're going to be working alongside spirit to change the lives of many. For others, that's not necessarily your speed, right? Again, you have to feel it, right? So if that's the case, you're going to be making the necessary transformation changes in your life, and when people see that change with you, it's going to inspire them to change as well. Or they may approach you and ask you how, and then you're going to share the message with them. That also is doing divine work, right? So that is gorgeous. Card number 42 reducing to 7, the number of spirit. And I believe the moon card is 7 as well. So spirit is heavily working with you guys. This is also a power. You could have been a non-believer, And having this incredible experience has allowed you to really open your mind and your heart to the universe. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering live Zoom readings. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Open your